I like the idea of being able to take off with the drone from a fixed landing place and being able to land the drone there as well. Personally, I think it's the safest way of doing it, and I find it the most enjoyable way of doing it. However, I must be honest and say that when I see people doing it by hand, it does look cool. And there is a part of me as well that thinks that's a useful tool to know how to do. There might be a time when I need to do that for some reason, some emergency might happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to teach myself how to do that. Never done it before. I've come down by a little babbly brook where it's a bit sheltered, a bit private, and I'm going to see just how well I can manage to do it. Principles: I don't want those propellers to touch my fingers. I don't want to damage the drone. I don't want to cause the drone any stress. I know when I get my hand underneath it to try to capture it, it's going to pull away from me. So let's see how it goes. Well, takeoff seemed a piece of cake. So it's a matter of keeping the hand fairly flat underneath and learning your auto takeoff to do it. Of course, catching it, that's going to be a bit more difficult. So that's a matter of holding this with one hand It's a matter of trying to control this with one hand with the remote whilst positioning my hand underneath it so that it sees it as a landing surface. And I'm not too sure how easy that's going to be. So, simple thing to do here, get that gimbal pointing right down so I can see whether my hand is going to be underneath it or not. Then bring the drone as close as I can to me. Let's see if this works. If I actually do that, see how that's moving away? I put my hand underneath, straight away it moves up. And caught. It saw my hand as a landing place and off it went. That, I have to be honest, was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Let's try it again. Oh. So off it goes. I can have a little fly around and then to come back again, gimbal down. Here I am. Hand out. Bring it down. And landed. So the secret seems to be, don't try to catch it, even though that might be what the technique's called. Don't try to catch it, but instead, allow it to use you as a landing place.